So hey there guys, so I wanted to do a chit chat get ready with me today. I was about to say chit chat get ready with you. But if you are doing your makeup at the same time, love to be in the background or just we'll do our makeup together. So I'm going to see Little Mermaid today. So I wore my Little Mermaid Ariel dress because I never get to wear this dress, and I was like, what better? I don't even remember the last time I wore this dress. I think it was like years ago. So I was like, what better time to wear it than going to see Little Mermaid? So I think it goes out of theaters in like a couple of days. I have like almost an hour to get ready, but I only really need like 45 minutes, and then like everything else is like putting my jewelry on and getting a snack and all that bullshit. So I prime my eyes already with my Anastasia eye primer, and then just set it with my Dior powder. And now I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona Yucca palette because I wanted to use this for the movie today. I think I'm going to go in with a more neutral shade in the crease. I might use this one because I really want to use this green and this green. I don't know if I'm going to use that color just because it doesn't really go with this look. So even though I haven't used it yet, I don't know, I haven't really found a occasion where I wanted to use that shade. So I think I'm going to use Akia in the crease. It's kind of more of like a grungy green color, and I'm going to start out with that, and it's more of like a neutrally tone, so I think that'll be pretty. So how are you guys doing? Have you guys seen the movie yet? I was supposed to see it like before I went away with my friend, but then she told me like she wanted to see it after I come back, and it ended up working out better. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to wipe the Aquaphor away from my face because even though I put it on like almost 2 hours ago, it stays on your skin for so long. But I literally have just been soaking my face in Aquaphor like every chance I get. I do have a dermatologist appointment on Saturday, and that's it's a virtual appointment like on telehealth. I wish I could have gotten an in-person appointment, but the in-person appointments aren't, there's no in-person appointments available until like August. So I was like, I'm either going to get that or I'm not going to get anything. So yeah. And I am feeling better today. I still have this, lingering nasaliness and cough. But honestly, the cough has gotten way better. So, yeah. Also, New York Comic-Con tickets go on sale tomorrow. So, I have to be on the website tomorrow because my friend got me tickets last year. Like, he's the one that got the tickets for everybody, and then we just, like, paid him back. So now I'm going into that darker green shade. I feel like this shade is probably going to be darker on the eyes than I expect it to be, which I kind of wanted it to be that more tealy color so it could go with the dress a little bit better, but it's fine. This is the shade Willow, and I'm just using that to define. Need a little bit more. What is going on with my eyeshadow today? Just like not applying as like pigmented as I want it to be, but it's fine. I think that's just my brushes. I probably really just need to clean my brushes because I really have been lazy about it. I'm already hot. I might take this sweater off. I swear, ever since I've come back from California, I've just been running hot the entire time I've been home, like, because it hasn't really been that cold here, and honestly, it's been warmer here than it was in California. California, like, really didn't get that hot, so, yeah, it's just a super cute dress. So, have you guys seen the movie yet? I heard it was good. I was still gonna see it regardless. And my friend really wanted to see it, so I was like, hell yeah, I want to see it. So we're going to have like a, kind of like a girls' day because we're going to go to happy hour afterwards. We're seeing a 2:45 movie. It's been nice seeing earlier movies lately because then you don't have to worry about getting out super late. Okay, and then for the darkest shade for the outer corners, I'm going to use the shade Calathea. Doesn't really pick up that much. Okay. Really have to dig my brush in there. But again, I think that's my fault. I really should have cleaned my brushes last night, but I didn't. So, yeah, what else? So, yeah, I have to get the Comic-Con tickets tomorrow. I'm already kind of getting anxiety about that. I'm surprised I'm getting a bit of fallout with this shade because it's supposed to be the cream to powder. So it's a little bit odd that it's even having any fallout, but I'm doing more of like a grungy green look today. But I thought that these colors were really pretty, but also I haven't been able to play with the greens yet, so I wanted to use them today. I don't know why my eyes are not cooperating with me. Okay, that's better. I guess I just needed a little bit more pigment on the brush. Need to be a little bit more generous. Okay, that's way better. So yeah, that looks really pretty actually. That's exactly what I wanted. So yeah, this is the first time I'm going to be trying to purchase Comic-Con tickets. I feel like it's going to be kind of chaotic. I'm going to be on the website like 10 minutes before they go on sale. So I'm going to click the whatever as soon as it goes live and try to be one of the first ones to get tickets. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try and get at least 2 tickets. I'm not sure if I'm getting one for my boyfriend because I'm not sure if he's going or not. I have to talk to him later today and ask him, but I'm not going to get him a ticket if he obviously doesn't go, so. Okay, so now I'm going to go into that shade Macchia, which is such a stunning, like, kind of antique-y green color. I kind of wish there was more of, like, a greeny shimmer in here. Because, like, some of the, I mean, there's such stunning, beautiful shimmers, but there's not really, like, and there are different variations to them, but they kind of all end up being different tones of gold, which I have no problem with because gold is my favorite shimmer to wear. I love gold eyeshadow. I think y'all know this by this point. But it would have been just a little bit more versatile if she added like something a little bit more green. But that's just me. I still think the shimmers are stunning, and this might be my new favorite Natasha Denona palette because I love the way that these shimmers perform. They're so stunning and sparkly. But I just wish there was a little bit more variation in the tones of shimmer. But that looks stunning. I think that looks really pretty because they end up being like so easy to use and just they're so wearable. Like I'm kind of glad that she did a like wearable grungy palette because you really can wear it for anything. So I think this turned out so pretty. But yeah, I got like super warm, but I did my eyeshadow in like 10 minutes, so that didn't even take that long because they just blend so easily. So I'm going to clean that up a little bit off camera and then we'll do my base. Okay, so now we're going to do my base. I literally had to blow my nose like 50 million times. But I really just can't anymore because it's like too much. I feel like I'm overblowing at this point, but like it's really annoying. So I'm just going to prime with my Say primer. So I just put that on. And now I'm going to go in with my Lancome Teen Idol foundation. I wore this a couple of times on my trip. I wore it on Friday for the rehearsal dinner, and then I wore it on Saturday for the wedding because I actually brought my own foundation with me because the doctor that I saw at urgent care told me that it might be better to bring your own makeup, like, but I just brought my own, like, base products, like the Say primer, excuse me, the Lancome foundation, and the Tarte concealer, because those are my tried and trues. And also, like, I didn't really want her to, like, because sometimes there's, like, even though I think that her stuff was pretty clean, she was just, like, dipping into, like, the applicator, but then she was, like, putting it on, like, a Q-tip, like, with the gloss. So at least she did that, but, like, with the eyeshadow, she was just, like, re-dipping, but I'm sure she sanitizes it, like, every time she does a client. So I wasn't, like, that worried. Oh my god, my nose is so annoying. I'm not blowing it again. It's so annoying. So yeah, but she did my makeup beautifully. I love how it turned out. It's so funny. So I'm going to talk about the makeup that I wore on my trip and all of that. So I only brought Colourpop eyeshadows with me. And I'm such a dumbass that I didn't even realize, like, that was the perfect thing to bring anyway. Because Colourpop is a California company. So honestly, no matter what eyeshadows you bring, you're going to look very Californian or, like, more LA. And all I wore was more, like, warm tone looks. And, like, I've never gotten more compliments on my makeup. Because I brought the Nude Mood palette with me, which was perfect because I needed that for my brow bone highlight. And I wore that the first night that we went out to dinner, and everybody was like, how, like, LA I looked and how pretty I looked, and that was, like, really sweet. And then I wore the Makeup by Mario foundation, and I just loved how that foundation looked in LA. I think I used it twice. I used it that night to go out to dinner, and then I used it on Sunday for the rehearsal dinner. For Thursday, I used my Urban Decay tinted moisturizer because I just wanted something really light when we went to Universal, and it held up really well. Like, even when I got back to the hotel and I was, like, touching up my concealer and stuff, the Urban Decay tinted moisturizer really didn't wear off that much. It still looked really good, so it held up great. I mean, I love that product. I use that a ton in the summertime, so I'm just using my Tarte concealer now. So, like, pretty much the only two concealers I use, and then I use the Lancome, like I said, Friday and Saturday. And then the only two concealers I used were the Tarte and the LYS concealer. I used the Tarte on Friday and Saturday, and then I used the LYS the other 3 days. And the LYS was absolutely perfect, and this one was just as good. I mean, obviously, this is, like, my all-time favorite concealer, but, like, the LYS is getting up there as being one of my all-time favorites as well. It's such a good concealer. I highly recommend that to anybody that hasn't tried it yet. It's a phenomenal concealer. And then I'm just setting with my Pat McGrath. For some reason, my, like, mascara has been transferring a lot underneath my eyes lately. So I think what I'm going to do is wait to do my mascara last after I set my face and everything, because that's what most people do. But for some reason, I don't know, I always feel like it's a weird step to do at the end, but I feel like that would help my concealer not transfer as much at the end. So I really need to just start doing that, because especially, like, when I go out for most of the day. So yeah, I just ended up wearing my Colourpop palettes because that's all I brought with me, obviously. And I wore what did I wear on Thursday? I wore my Harry Potter palette on Thursday because I'm such a dumbass, and I'm like, I don't have any Harry Potter themed makeup. And I totally blanked that I have the Harry Potter palette. I'm like, that was literally my favorite palette last year. I was like, how the hell did I forget that I had this? Like, it was a serious blanking moment. I was like, what the hell? I was a little bit scared that I forgot. I was like, how the hell did you forget that you have this? So, in order to put a little Disney touch on my eyeshadow, I want to go into the It's a Princess Thing palette, because I want to use the 2 shades that are Ariel's shades in this palette. So I want to use Triton and Thingamabob. So I'm going to use Triton on the lower lash line and then put that beautiful silver, because this is one of the best silvers that I own, Thingamabob, on the inner corners. So sorry. It's going to look stunning. So that's a way to use the Natasha palette and still use this palette as well. Look at that shade. Isn't that insane? Colourpop makes the best silver eyeshadows. They make some stunning gold ones, but their silvers have always been like liquid metal. And then I wore the In the Springs palette on Saturday, and everybody loved my makeup then. I love that palette. I mean, hello, I had to wear that palette. It's literally a California palette. It's called In the Springs for a reason. And then, like I said, I'm going to take Triton and put on the lower lash line. And then Sunday, I wore my Limoncello palette. And that looked really pretty, too. So I knew from, like, a month in advance which palettes I wanted to bring with me. How do I already have something smudging on the lower lash line? I don't even know how that happened. So yeah, those palettes were perfect to bring with me. And then what's so funny is that the makeup artist used like 2 of my favorite eyeshadow brands on my eyes. I was like, I kind of want like neutrals in the crease, but can you do a pop of green shimmer on the lid? And she did it so beautifully, but it was still like so, it wasn't like too obvious that it was green. I'm dipping into a boo for some reason. Like, that's not the movie you're seeing today, Caitlin. That looks so pretty. She used Stone Cold Fox from Colourpop in my crease, and then she used Pat McGrath's Holiday eyeshadow palette and used the green shimmer in there, the eyeshadow palette, I believe, from this past holiday. So I was like, girl, you used 2 of my favorite brands. Like, I was like, since you used Colourpop on my eyes, and I don't actually own Stone Cold Fox, so I was kind of happy that she used a palette that I've never tried from Colourpop. So it was perfect. I'm like, girl, you're a girl after my dreams. Like, I was like, you know all the good brands. She was awesome. And honestly, I didn't really, like, tell her what to do or anything like that. She knew exactly what she was doing, and she made me look beautiful. So I really love how my makeup turned out. All right, let me just do some eyelash primer and clean up my eyeshadow a bit more. Okay, so for my lower lash line, Jesus Christ, I'm going to use the shade, I'm just going to use my black liner from Makeup by Mario, just because I want to use black, and also because I don't really have a green that would go with this, and black goes with everything, so, actually, you know what I could have done? I could have used the red liner from Colourpop for her red hair, but honestly, that liner's not that great, so I'm not going to use it. Oh, awesome. Oh my god. That's annoying. And of course I'm going to put on my mascara now, so. Okay, cool. Oh. So now I'm going to do my, let me just poke myself in the eye. My mascara. I'm just going to use my, Jesus, my Gwen Stefani Can't Stop Staring, because this is my favorite. So I'm just going to use that. it's crazy, like, how many mascaras I've tried. Like, I've had a lot of favorites in the past. Like, again, mascaras are so personal, but I've tried a lot of mascaras. And I'd have to say that this is in my top 5 at least. I also love the Rare Beauty one. I still have a sample of that, thank God. I loved the Lash Brag from Anastasia Beverly Hills for a while. I also loved the, whatchamacallit. I think I'm gonna wait to do the bottom lashes after I set my face and everything. That might be a little bit better. The Fenty, like the original Fenty one, I loved for a long time. All really good mascaras. Some drugstore mascaras are fucking fire too, so I'm going to use my Colourpop matte bronzer in the shade Alviva Beach just because it has beach in the name. So it's a little bit Little Mermaidy. Look how gorgeous that silver is in the eyes. Like, it's so gorgeous. I love it. So I've been watching the show Entourage. My sister kind of got me into it. I mean, she recommended it to me like years ago, so I finally started watching it. And I think it's hilarious. But there are some parts that are so, like, sexist that, like, I feel like they would have not been able to get away with that today. Because, like, they talk about hot girls, like, all the time on the show. But it's such a funny show. But, like, there's some parts that are so, like, gross when they talk about women. I'm like, this is so sexist. But I think it's hysterical. So, like, I'll look past it. But I'm, like, really surprised that my sister even liked the show because it's, like, pretty ridiculous sometimes on some of the things they say. And then I also have watched, like, 3 movies this week myself. I'm just gonna use my, Enchanted Mirror shade from the, Disney Midnight Masquerade collection. This is Belle's shade. This is, like, one of my all-time favorite blushes. I've used this blush a ton, but I thought it'd be perfect today. And then, so I watched this HBO movie called, Reality. So I watched that a couple of days ago, and it's with Sydney Sweeney, and it's basically about reality. I forget her last name, but she's a real person that was a whistleblower during Trump's election in 2016 and how, like, you know, Russia was involved. She basically leaked that information. And it was good. It was like an 80-minute movie, and basically the whole movie was just the interrogation of her from the FBI and them, like, searching her house. It was really good. I liked it a lot. I love Sydney Sweeney. I think she's a great actress. Despite all of her controversy, I think she's an amazing actress. And then for my highlights, is this going to be the right color? I think it's going to be fine. I just wanted to use Coronation. Yeah, this is going to be beautiful. Also from the Midnight Masquerade collection. This is my favorite, all-time favorite Disney collection from Colourpop, and it might be my all-time favorite Colourpop collection. They just really did something with this collection and came out with, like, such a versatile skin range when it came to the cheek products. I wanted every single one, but I was like, I couldn't afford it at the time, but I would have gotten every single one. And the Disney Villains collection was, like, probably my second favorite. I still regret not getting the Corella shade, but again, I didn't want to get too much from the collections. I mean, all I got from that collection was the Hades lipstick, which is, like, my all-time favorite nude. And, whatchamacallit? The Maleficent highlighter, which is, like, one of my all-time favorite Colourpop highlighters. Sorry about my nose. Oh my god. Okay, so that looks stunning. I love this highlighter. Love this highlighter for a long time. So I also watched If Beale Street Could Talk on Netflix, and that was really good too. I have never seen it. I know that came out like 10 years ago, but it was a good movie. And then I kind of watched it in honor of Juneteenth as well. Let me just spray my face now. And then my mom wanted to watch the same movie that we got into a fight about like a week ago because me and my mom have not been on the best terms. And I was like, no, I'm not watching anything with you and Cameron. I refuse. So I decided to watch Magic Mike 3 last night. I was like, I kind of just want to watch something dumb. And it wasn't bad. I liked it. It wasn't like the greatest movie of all time, but it was a decent movie. I just wanted to watch it for the dancing, and I love Channing Tatum. He's so hot. I love him so much. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And then I haven't been able to watch much Entourage since I came back home. I've only watched like 5 episodes because I keep on falling asleep after like 1 episode, even though they're only like 20 minutes. And I haven't even been able to read my book. I haven't even gotten through a page because every time I try to read, I'm literally falling asleep. And then I can't fall asleep when I hit the bed. So, makes perfect sense, right? I don't know why my eyes are so dry right now. I should have put more saline in them before I did my makeup, but I just didn't. So, it's probably going to be the same deal with my eyes at the movie theater today. Because oh my fucking god. The same thing happened with when I went to see Elemental with my friend a couple of days ago. My eyes were so dry, so that was great. Let me just find the lip liner I want to use. Okay, so now for my lips, I'm going to use Cool BFF, if I can get it out of the fucking packaging, from Colourpop. So yeah, honestly, I've just been making myself happy watching stuff at night, and it's been causing me a lot less stress, so it's been fucking great. I tried to find the other movie online, but I couldn't find a good version of it, like good quality. Like, I love how I'm the only one that has to apologize about everything when my brother was the one that said, like, awful things to me too, but that's okay because they're like, you say awful things when you get mad. I'm like, because you both are nuts. Like, whatever. So I'm just going to use the shade Ariel from the It's a Princess Thing collection. I had to use this color today, duh. I mean, I've used this color so much, but I love it. Okay, I just needed another sip of water. I had to blow my nose another 50 million times off camera. It's like the Claritin that I'm taking is making me blow my nose so much. What the hell happened there? I also ended up working yesterday, even though I was supposed to see my boyfriend, but it was time and a half yesterday, because yesterday was June 19th, so I was like, I wouldn't have worked if it wasn't time and a half. Oh my god. So much shit on my desk right now. Why is everything covering the speaker? Excuse me. I don't know what happened to my lips. Okay, that's better. Literally just fixed it. Alright, let me put on my jewelry, and then we'll do the final look. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I'm super happy with the way that this turned out. It pretty much turned out exactly. Oh my god, I forgot to do my brows. Whoopsie! At least I have time to do that because I'm actually ready. I knew I forgot something. Let me just see where she's at. She's not here yet. I'm picking her up from her sister's house. Her sister literally lives like, I mean, I've been friends with her sister for forever, and we're going to happy hour with her later. She didn't want to see the movie. She's like not really into it. She's like a huge fan of the original, but me and her sister have gotten like incredibly close over the years. We talk like almost every day. I love them both so much. But we're going to this place that's actually going to be closing. They're closing at the end of the month. They're called 110 Japan. I can say that now because it's not like we're going to be going back there, and you guys aren't going to be seeing this until like 2 days from now. But yeah, it's pretty sad that they're closing. They're supposed to move to like another location at some point, so, but I don't think that's going to be until like next year. But we've had so many happy hours there that we're like, we have to go. And I think Little Mermaid is actually out of theaters by Thursday around me. I think it's still like in some New York City locations, but yeah, so anyway, I put some seashell earrings on and my seashell necklace. So yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I love you guys, and let me know if you guys saw the movie and what were your thoughts. I really would love to know. And yeah, I really love how this look turned out. So yeah, bye.